everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. One key thing to watch today will be the battle in the trenches. The Saints have the best rush defense in the league, and they're going against the Texans, who will try to avoid becoming one-dimensional. So for the call of this week's 17 matchup, let's send it out to our broadcast team, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
First opened back in 1975. There's a look inside the iconic Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Houston Texans and the New Orleans Saints. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Guyton. And Charles, you look at this Saints team as they enter play. They've been as hot as anyone. The win last week makes it 9 out of 10.
The results are hard to argue. If there's a team better suited for the postseason right now, I don't know who they are.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Texans, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes that actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And leading them out, their veteran quarterback. They go play action here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Reggie Ragland in from his linebacker spot. He's able to drop it for a loss of about 10.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon.
Offense. Still 3rd down.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Surveying the field. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line.
That's certainly playing down a distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
The Texans send the punter out. He'll kick it away at opening drive of the game. Taking it about the 36. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. And led out by their veteran quarterback. He's been around a while. They don't celebrate birthdays for him. They just cut him up, see how many rings he's got around the middle. He has been in the league a long time. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. A gain of 3, 2nd down. And if this offense is going to flow today, certainly the running back will be a key piece.
Without a doubt, because they asked their runner to not just do that, but to block, to catch, to help set a tone for their offense.
Looking to throw. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And here's a look at the defensive unit that hopes to halt this offense today. See if they stay on the ground for second down. Back to throw. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
The line to gain is the 33 on third down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Now they'll run it on the toss. A little track jump. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to second and 4.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
They'll set up a throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
They'll look to throw now on first down. This will be caught just inside the 10. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on third down. Closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1.
This team doesn't mind running the ball in any situation, and I thought he was going to get the first down the way the play developed, but the defense closed in and stopped him just about a yard short.
Out now is the field goal unit for New Orleans. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick is good. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for. I thought guys that were over 30 weren't supposed to run the football this well in the National Football League. How about that veteran leadership, a big-time run, combined with some nice blocking by his offensive line, showing that the ins and outs of being a veteran still has his place in this league. His odometer is not totally turned over yet.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. And the linebacking core could certainly be crucial today.
They do everything really, really well. Fly to the football, defend the pass, you name it, they do it, as well as set the defensive front.
Second down following the run. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's got his man on the comebacker. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball?
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
Back to throw now on first down. Wide open receiver complete. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
So the offense has it first and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
They'll run it now out of the gun. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. So just a lone field goal in this first quarter of play. 3-0 is our score. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this.
This presentation of the NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going in quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. 1st level defensive line, 2nd level linebackers, 3rd level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a 1st level run, and it was stopped by a 2nd level player.
Let's go! They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans have taken the lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it results in the Texans finding the end zone. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Houston defense we watch as they get set to go. And last time out, they gave up the chip shot field goal, but obviously could have been worse than that. I think they felt pretty good about only giving up 3.
No doubt about it. Anytime an offense gets into the red zone, the thinking naturally for the defense is, okay, 3 points. We're going to give up 3 here, but let's make it no more than that. They met their goal.
On the other side, though, the offense, they weren't very happy.
No, because there's an opportunity. Once you get to the red zone, you're not thinking about kicking a field goal. You're thinking about how do you get it into the end zone, and when you don't, you walk off the field feeling a little bit of failure on that drive.
Yeah, who will have the better feeling at the end of this drive?
Really tough drive, but that run helped salvage something there, because now that came out of it. They got to see good blocking, good push by the offensive line, wide receivers trying to get involved, a good run by the back, and now maybe it'll be a catalyst for them to look at going forward, watching it on tape. Maybe they can keep incorporating that type of a run into their offense.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
He'll look to throw, and this will be incomplete.
But there was no trace of nervousness there. He was able to diagnose that play from his linebacker position, stay in excellent coverage, and bat the ball away.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. First down. He'll drop to throw it. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Seven yards to go on second down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
I don't want to downplay the run, but that's exactly what I expected out of him coming out of college. When I look back at my draft analysis, one of the highest-rated players on my board, a 3-down back who could do everything. And one of the best parts of his game is what he does when he doesn't have the football, because he carries it really well, but he blocks equally as well as pass protects for his quarterback. I think he's going to be special.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down.
Here we go now. Boom, landing.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
Second down following the incompletion.
Now let's go. Boom, landing. Watch it now, Barney.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Looking left sideline, it's complete. That one goes for 24 yards.
And those first downs do add up. The offense keeps the ball moving downfield and keeps their defense on the bench, giving them a chance to rest.
Red zone opportunity. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
3 down. Hey, all right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Check A2. Check A2. Hey. Over. No. Check. Patriots.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards on that one. Second and goal now. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
To throw here. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They've gotten it to the 1. Can they get that final yard here on 3rd and goal? The play clock's running down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. A great play there with touchdown number 20 on the year. And once again, the Saints are back out in front. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, we gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
And I know it's hard in live action, but you've got to keep your hands away from the face. That's a 15-yard penalty.
You work on it all the time, making sure your target area is lower and trying to keep your hands away from the face mask so you don't get the big penalty.
Then he'll give it here to his running back. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
Holding offense.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
After watching that play and result, I go back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator, Brandon, before the game and said, how are you going to move the ball running it against the #1 defense? He gave us no indication, didn't tip his hand at all, so we have to see how this unfolds as this game moves along.
On play action, they'll throw. Finding time. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Partner, how many times have you heard it? Pressure creates diamonds, right? But it also bursts pipes. And on that one, that's what they got. They got after him, and he was fortunate just to get rid of it.
Yeah, he just had to chuck it away. The Texans send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. So 1:55 to go in the first half. We're back to New Orleans after this. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Larry Ridley is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half.
All right, here we go. Now. Check. Patriot.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Decent chunk of yardage still left here. 2nd and 7.
Watch it now, Barney. Here we go.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. This guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Here we go now. Green.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right. They'll look to throw now on first down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now a handoff here to his running back. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And they give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. They're going to look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space. To throw now on first down. And this is caught at the 8. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
It's good to make it 17-7. That drive goes 80 yards in 6 plays. And it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
You know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So we're back in the offense getting set following the call of that timeout. The Saints with an extra defensive back here on third on the field.
Could they blitz?
He'll drop to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And the Saints signal for another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. The Texans send the punter out as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is taken around the 12. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And possession will change here with very little time remaining until halftime. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Right there, right there. Blue 90.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And we're back. The offense had a chance to talk things over. We'll see what they come up with here on this next play. So the offense looking at a 2nd and 8. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you on over to Orlando, where we'll check in with Larry Ridley. He's got our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry?
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to the EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. Let's take a look back at the first half. The Saints have not been bashful these last 2 weeks when it comes to throwing the football. The Texans are finding out firsthand they'll have to deal with this passing attack if they want to win. All right, here we go. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. 3rd down from inside the 10. They'll go with the run here, and he capped off the long drive with a touchdown. They're now on top by 4. Saints have it at the 32. Quick pass and completion is made here, and he won't be brought down until he makes it to the 8-yard line. Saints Saints now later on the drive. They'll go to the ground here, and he cap off the long drive with the TD. Saints go up by a field goal. Saints line up at the 36. Here the pass goes to the sideline. And this 5-play drive goes for a touchdown. Saints push the lead to 10.
All right, Larry, these two teams back out there as we get set and ready for this second half. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. The Texans defense, we watch them get set to go. They're losing here as we begin the third quarter, trying to stop this from being a bigger deficit.
I used to play for a coach who always talked about getting the other team's attention. And in this case, they want to let them know that you're going to do the dictating from here on out, not the other way around.
Trying to impose their will as we start the third.
Hey, we got tight left. Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Key him. See the tight end. Hurry up. Here we go. 3-19.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
Watch 14. Here we go now. Blue, 90.
Now back to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
Eight yards still remaining here on 3rd down. The gun. They'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
The insistence of speed at every position is really seen at the defensive end spot. These guys in the old days were often outside linebackers. They just pushed them forward because they wanted to play fast and get to the quarterback or the running backs quicker than ever before.
The 1st down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. Look at the spin.
Balance.
They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
They were full scale, loose, flexible, finding a way to catch the ball in some traffic for a key 1st down.
A really nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. Not the most accurate of throws, but able to adjust and make the grab. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, on that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
They'll come up now in the Wildcat package. And they'll go on the ground. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock, and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock. 3rd and 5, so they bring in an extra defensive back.
Expecting pass. They'll run it now out of the gun. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down.
Well, he was stopped on that play, but he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. Made his first, this now from 42 yards out. And his kick here is good. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive only yields 3 points.
Yeah, they were able to move the football, but the defense stiffened once their backs were to the end zone, and they were able to hold them to just 3.
This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Saints defense getting ready here, heading back onto the field. They're just looking to duplicate what they did last time, force the 3 and out, and that led to a field goal.
The only thing better, really, is creating a turnover. 3 and out, get off the field, feel good about yourself, turn the ball over to your offense, and they put the ball through the post with a field goal.
They're probably pretty well rested after that 3 and out, too.
One would think. That's how you get it done. Create the 3 and outs, get to the bench, get your rest, and hope your offense can control the game.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. And now off to the races down the right side. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line.
So what's the old expression that quarterbacks like to use when they decide to throw the football? I'm looking for either a touchdown or a check down. And he took the check down on that play, and it worked almost to perfection.
First down and goal, the offense knocking on the door. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Only a yard on the pickup there, 2nd and goal. So this is the 2nd consecutive week, as you look at the numbers, that he just doesn't seem to have the same pop as we normally see him with.
Is there an injury we don't know about?
That's what I'm wondering.
Because that's a legitimate question right now. We're used to speed, power, all coming together. And what I've always loved about him is his vision. You know, last week he didn't have that as well. Always thought he was picking the wrong hole to try and run through. And his blocker.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Texans draw a bit closer.
And that's another route that defenders would vote to take out of the game.
The wheel route?
Oh, without a doubt. You're just trying to move everybody in one direction. And whether it's a running back or another receiver, as they zip out on the sideline, you've got a problem on your hands.
Yeah, well, the defenders hate it there. It happened, and it resulted in a touchdown. And it's good. The deficit 6, 20-14. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a 1-score, 6-point game. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Last year, that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year, he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee, and that's at the 25. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And there are the numbers. Got off to that torrid hot start. We thought he was in for maybe a career day. Not the case.
No doubt about it. It almost looks like a misprint after what we saw in the first half, but let's give a little bit of credit to the guys on our side of the ball. They went in at halftime, made a few adjustments, and you know what else? They didn't lose their confidence in their ability to play. Because a lot of times you get beat down in the first half, it gets ugly in the second half. They've come out with a new resolve and a renewed determination.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. And they'll run it here. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete. Second and 10, he'll look to throw again. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. Third down here for the offense after the incomplete pass.
Watch him now, Barney. All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Black 99 Philly. Here we go.
They'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. Third down, passing down. They throw the extra defensive back in there for a nickel package, and it worked out.
And it's not anything that you would think is just great strategy. It's just that when you have 5 defensive backs on the field on an obvious passing down, it's a lot tougher to complete a pass. And on that play, they completed it just to the wrong team, and it cost them 6 points.
Now the try here for the extra point. And that one puts them on top here in the third. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. This time to the tailback, and he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set him up.
They're going to look to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
They come out here in the eye. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
Time to tighten up the seatbelt just a little bit, partner, because that was a safety that crashed in there and made that play behind the line of scrimmage. How about that pursuit?
Back to throw. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. One quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. And looking at Houston defensively, they've got a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd. And the wideout in motion. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's going to go for a big play downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he bounced up after taking a sack and took a shot downfield. I think a lot of us thought maybe he'd run draw in that situation. Instead, tried to get all back in one play.
Yeah, 3rd and long. Thought he needed the deep pass. Couldn't connect it.
Maybe he was hoping for a penalty downfield to give him the yardage they needed.
And they will get to this one and down it at the 13-yard line. And the Texans set to come onto the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
Here we go now.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. Second down following the run.
Here we go now.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he can't escape, and down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
All right, here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On play action, they'll throw. He's got time. And that is incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. The Texans send the punter out as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And taken at the 46. Are you kidding me? It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. So, Charles, there are the numbers. What's happened here? Defensive adjustments that's caused him to sort of fall off a bit?
I think so. That has to happen. You've got to make some changes because in the first half, they were pretty effective. But the second part is sometimes when you're doing really well, you get off your game a little bit. You get off the gas a little. You're like, okay, we've got this thing. And that's not necessarily the case. Maybe right now, someone just needs to tell a joke in the huddle, loosen things up, and get their big guy going again. Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. Now this time he'll look to throw. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it 2nd down.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks. But it doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
They'll come out in the pistol.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. So an excellent throw and an excellent catch there.
Zone coverage, which means you just have to find the open areas in between defenders. That's exactly what happened on that play.
Well, the offense lining up 1st and 10. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Play clock winding down. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. They come out here in the eye. First and goal from the 1. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So there you go, holding by the offense, and that'll push him back.
Changes everything now as you try and figure out what your playbook has for you. Longer yardage situations, tougher to execute and pick up first downs.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They go play action here on first down. This will be caught at about the 5. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Their big-bodied receiver. His first touchdown on the year. And the Saints have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. And how about that, giving us our 5th lead change of the game? It's been back and forth.
No doubt about it. And right now, they're ahead, but they can't relax at all because if we've had 5 lead changes, I'm kind of betting on a 6th.
Yeah, we might see a 6th. A big spot now for the Saints as they'll indeed go for 2. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he will get into the end zone for the 2 points, and that helps. That gives them a 7-point lead. And so they run it in on the 2-point try. You know, so often, Charles, we talk about from the offense's perspective what you do on the 2-point conversion. How about the defense? How do they play run versus pass?
It's really difficult for them because I think most teams want to play for the pass. That's what they see most teams do. And so are you able to mass enough people inside if the team decides to run it? Very difficult. I think what you're seeing a lot more now, people blitzing the 2-point conversion. They want you to make a quick decision and make it right now.
There, the offense wins the battle for 2. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he just gets rid of it. Second down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that. Exact right throw. Gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Let's see what the defense dials up here. 3rd and 4.
Let's go! Green 39! Green 39!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And a gain there of 11 yards. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket, to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
So 2nd and 10 here.
Watch tight, watch tight. Tight end right, tight end right. Back there, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Does the big boy have the juice? And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. He knocks it through, and it's 35-21. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Saints defense ready to set up shop again here. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. And a tale of 2 weeks, so to speak. Last week, really good. Here, I don't know, they say baseball's a game of inches. Maybe he's just a little bit off from last week, but it's produced different results.
It certainly has. Not the results that he or his team expected. I think what I loved the most about watching him last week when we were doing the game was how he could change tempos throughout the game. They could go fast, they could go slow, they could go medium. At one point, remember, he hopped him into a 2-minute drill in the middle of the first quarter as things were going along just to change things up, and was firmly in command. Today, I think he's trying to find that same rhythm that he had last week. Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning.
Let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away. And now it's 3rd. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Defense has set themselves up nicely. 3rd and 10 now.
Let's go. 3-19.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. He's got time in the pocket. Wide open receiver complete. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And they're going to speed things up here.
Here we go now.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down.
3 out. Hey, check. Green.
Again, he'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
Back to throw again. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down. And now they're in the hurry-up. Back to throw now on 1st down. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
And they put it in the end zone, which was job 1. Now they have to convert. And then it's decision time, isn't it?
Yeah, so this is what all teams go through. You look at the clock, you're inside 2 minutes, look at your timeouts, make that onside kick decision.
Yeah, how do you feel about your defense, where you are in terms of the scoreboard and the time left on the clock, as you noted? So many things to go through.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And the result, a Houston touchdown. So a 7-point game. They'll need a recovery, the touchdown, and an extra point to tie. And the Saints signal for another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So a 7-point game. They'll need a recovery, the touchdown, and an extra point to tie. And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a 1-possession game. This one not fully over yet.
Here we go now. Blue, line it.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's going to... Now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And they'll go on the ground. And he'll be taken. Now the Texans want to call another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. And they'll run it here. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They come out here in the eye. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
Watch it now, Barney. No. Check. Patriot. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. So the offense dealing with a 3rd and 6. Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard, you're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for New Orleans, a final win means they will finish off the regular season at a very strong 12-4. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Houston, this loss will mean they finish the season right at 500 at 8-8. And they'll get the extra week to think about this one as they return to action in 2 weeks' time. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Saints are winners here as we say so long from New Orleans.
Don't make me beg, don't make me wait. I need a hope in the darkness of